All right, we are live.
Yeah, hi everyone. It's AJ here, and I have my friend and partner over here, Ken, with me. In this video, we're gonna talk about productivity, right, Ken?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually saw a post today in the morning time, like, it's April 1st today. Like, we have 30 days, 720 hours, and 43.2K minutes. Make them count. So, yeah, let's talk a little bit about productivity today. What do you think?
Nice, Ken. Ken, since you are that specific about the minutes or the seconds, obviously we have to make it count. All right, we'll make it count in
2.59
this
million
video.
seconds as well.
Yeah. So, guys, if you are in the beginning stage of your business, let's say you are doing SMMA, social media marketing, or online business, chances are you're gonna be distracted. You're gonna be like, I guess, thinking about things a lot and just like taking action slowly. Basically, wasting your time. Just spending a lot of your time in just thinking mode, so to say. Okay, what do you want to do? You want to spend your time in action mode. Okay, taking this action, doing the activity, because that's how you're gonna have success in your business. That's how you're gonna succeed. All right, so whether it comes to posting content, reaching out to clients, make sure you are taking the action, you are taking the steps. Now, in terms of being productive, what I suggest from my experience, which has been working really well for me, you do small activity. You break down the things into small bites, and just take small steps, whether it is reaching out to leads, whether it's sending message, sending email. you know don't delay things, and think like, okay, I'm going to send 20 messages, I'm going to do this. What's going to happen with that? Your mind suddenly going to go into overthinking mode, like, all right, now I have to send 20 messages, or I have to do this. Like, suddenly the activity becomes big. All right, like, let's say you can see even on this channel, me and Ken are going live. When we go live, on the topics, we post a video, and then maybe we'll post second video, we post third video. You want to take action like that. You want to take massive action, and that's how you're going to beat out the competition, and that's how you're going to become productive. All right, so that's my advice. Just take small steps, become productive, so you don't waste your time in the thinking mode. You rather spend your time in the action mode. What do you say, Ken?
100%. Like, exactly. But like, let's go back to our, agency journey when exactly we started. And I was just like, starting the cold calls. And like, what I was actually doing is I just actually kept a really, really small goal of 100 dials on a daily basis because I was new. So, I wasn't like able to like take all those no's from the business owners. So what I did is I compartmentalized the whole structure. Like, I just made it as a 5 sessions of calling,
Yeah.
20 dials one time, 5-10 minutes break, again dial 20 numbers, 5-10 minutes break, again dial 20 numbers. So it was easy for me to go through numbers as well. And also, like, it was not messing up with my mind that I have to dial 100 calls straight. Although after some time of practice, I was slowly increasing that number of dials in one particular block. That way, at least what is happening is our actual goal of like making that 100 dials was getting fulfilled. And
Yeah.
another thing that I actually see that it's really, really important for anybody who's actually starting is to see how much screen time they are actually, having on their phones. Like during these business hours, like what I do is mostly when I do the cold calls and like, after that I take 5-10 minutes break, I use my phone and sometimes it goes long. 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So after I started keeping track by the end of the day, like how many hours I'm spending on my Instagram, on my YouTube, it actually made me realize that there's a lot wastage of time is also happening on the back end. So we
Yes.
got to like check those things as well. So yeah, that is what I actually worked a lot to reduce that break time and improve my slowly improve my productivity time. That's actually like kind of helped a lot when it comes to reaching out to more people and doing the initial outreach, and we actually got really good traction, right?
Yeah, exactly. There you
So
go,
those are the two
guys.
points. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, well said. So, like, Ken has obviously shared his own personal example of doing cold calls, doing the cold outreach, which is like very important if you are doing social media marketing. Whether you are doing cold calls or you're doing Insta DMs or Facebook messages. Uh, like you can see from Ken's personal experience, how he handled that situation and become productive. Basically, dividing those things. Like, say he want to do 100 cold calls, he set his target that, okay, I'm going to do 20 right now, and he just did the 20 fast. So that way he broke down that step of doing 100 calls into, you can say, 5 steps of doing 20, 20, 20, 20 calls. All right. This is how you can decide for yourself. You can have the target and you can divide it into like small steps and, take quick action and become more productive. Right,
Mhm.
Ken?
Absolutely. And you used to tell me a lot about like, it's more about the doing instead of like watching those many, like, I used to watch a lot of cold call videos on how to do cold calls. So at
Yes.
that time, you kind of gave me that perspective of like, there's more learning in doing, right?
Yes.
So can you just tell the audience a little bit about that? Like, why is it so important for people to actually, do more instead of like, watching those videos? Although I know that right now, but let's just share your perspective, which you actually told me at that time. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, so my perspective on that is the person has to do a lot of activity, because what happens is, especially if you're doing business and you are, let's say, meeting clients, you are talking to them, you have to act in a split second. Okay, you have to act in that moment, because a lot of time, let's say, what's going to happen if you are giving a presentation, you can say presentation to a client, or you are on a sales call, you are in a meeting, your client gonna throw random questions at you. They're gonna throw like some questions at you. They're gonna be like, okay, how this can be done? Okay, what can you do over here? Now, if you are not taking action and you are not doing the activity, doesn't matter how many YouTube videos you watch, how many notes you have taken, your mind not going to be able to perform in that split second, right then and there, answer that question, or handle that situation. Only way to handle that situation is you have to do the activity on a massive scale, and you are ready to handle different type of situations, so to say, like sales call, meetings, weekly meetings, presentation, all, you can say, these kind of situations you have to perform. So that's how, what I would say, when I told Ken that advice in terms of doing cold calls, because you have to watch some YouTube videos, obviously, to get basic understanding how to do the calls, how to talk to client. But once you have the basic understanding, you have to start doing it. Once you start doing it, suddenly your mind gonna help you, because you're gonna analyze those situations, right? So let's say you're meeting a client, or you're doing a sales call, your mind suddenly gonna start helping you. Okay, what happened in this situation? The person asked this question, what should I answer? So now you can take those notes and you can improve for the future.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, let me actually break it down towards like, how exactly I actually implemented those things. Initially, when I was actually starting the cold call journey, I used to watch like about 2 hours of content on how to do cold calls. And I used to do cold calls like for 1 hour. So it was not at all like, productive, like, because since I need to learn a lot by doing, why not flipping that thing, like, maybe watch half an hour or like 1 hour of content, and just do 2-3 hours of calls by yourself, and maybe
Yeah,
going back and watching your own cold call videos, or like when you record yourself, maybe the audio files, and try to improve those things. So that's also
exactly.
like a little bit of like point of like specifically like what I did is to increase my doing time instead of like
Mhm.
watching those videos. Same goes with the like you when you say about like meeting the clients. We used to meet clients before for like 1 hour,
Mhm.
and it was just a normal meeting that we actually had a little bit of like points to talk about, but the client brings in some other things, and then we just go that way, and we talk for like 1 hour, which is not the case these days, because we need to be more like aware of how exactly we are spending our time and how much we're having conversation with the clients as well. So a quick tip on that is set the right expectations, that what is this call about, and meet the clients maybe for 15-20 minutes and tell them, okay, in today's weekly call, we're going to cover these 3 topics, maybe about the number of leads, and how exactly couple of things that how exactly we can improve this process, or maybe you need some more videos from the client or like some more content. You finish that conversation and then you wrap the meeting up. Even if the client talks about some other things which you are not prepared to talk about, if they ask you that question, tell them that okay, I have taken note about this, and I'm going to get back to you about this later on, maybe in a day or two.
Yes.
You go back, do some research, and then talk about those things. That way you actually done some research and you come across as an expert in having that conversations. So yeah. Right.
Exactly. Yeah, well said. So there you go, guys. That's the topic of this video. Hope it helps. Comment below, ask questions about how you can do SMMA, how you can do social media marketing, how you can do digital marketing, how you can get clients. We're going to answer all these questions for you on this channel. And if you want to reach out to us, the link is in the description. You can send us a DM on Insta, ask your questions. We will actually show you our live account of the clients, when we meet, how we are working with the clients, how we're doing the outreach and that kind of stuff. That's gonna help you, succeed in your social media marketing business and help you get clients faster. So comment below. We'll see you in the next video.
Yeah, and I'm going to drop the link of our Facebook group where we actually trying to build a community of all those people who want to start their online business and grow their SMMA agency and share some tips about how exactly they can do that. So make sure you guys actually check that link out and join us and let's connect. All
Sounds
right,
good.
we'll see you in the next video then. Thank you.